Hi, my name is Akshay Shurkmani, and this is my career plan. So I'm a entrepreneurship and finance major at Pace University, currently in my senior year. During my academic career, I've studied a variety of courses that have given me the knowledge that I need to know to be successful in the finance field. I was fortunate enough to have an opportunity to learn about macroeconomics, microeconomics, personal finance, international finance, principles of investments, uh, currencies, business and accounting, etc. I'm an individual who pays very close attention to detail. Um, I have the ability to solve complex financial issues, and I possess strong analytical skills. My oral and written communication skills are excellent, and I perform well in fast-paced environments. Um, so some of my skills and values: creative problem-solving skills, determined, hardworking. Um, Other stuff to add on to that, as in like actual skills, would be like Excel, certain coding languages like Python and C plus, um, and certain charting websites, values, liquid monetary value, and creating change. Those are some things that I value a lot. Strengths: trading, research, ideation. Those are some of my strengths. And then my personality, for Myers-Briggs, I got ENFP. Personally, when I think about my personality, I think I'm very easygoing until it comes to something that I'm passionate about, and then I get blinded. But I also, going back to my Myers-Briggs, um, since I got ENFP, I didn't really know what that was until I did a little bit more research to it, but I guess it makes sense. Um, I have a lot of good ideas, but the follow through um, is very tough to find sometimes, unless I'm extremely passionate about something. And even then, I tend to, get off track a little bit. It's something I've worked on and really, progressed as uh, getting better at not doing things like that. But it still happens. So ENFP, they have trouble being organized, and their attention spans are a huge con. But they do have great pros as well, such as being able to talk to, being able to be extremely social, or um, I don't know what the other word is. I don't know what I'm trying to find out. All right, next slide. The three career choices that I picked were CEO, CFO, and COO. So Chief Executive Officer, Chief Financial Officer, and Chief Operating Officer. So I got ECS, I think, or ESC for the career choices um, test, the Holland test or whatever it was called. Um, and there was a lot of manager positions in that, and chief executives, and I feel like that fits my idea a lot, since I already am a CEO and president of my own, uh, you know, incorporation. So I know what each role requires, as I've also had to, look for COOs and CFOs. So I understand what it requires, and I feel like these best fit my, not maybe my Myers Briggs personality, but my personal personality, like the way that I function when it comes to a business that I'm creating, or an idea that I have. I feel like these fit me really well. Uh, okay, so this is my elevator pitch. Uh, Good afternoon. My name is Akshay Shurkmani, and I'm currently a senior at Pace, double majoring in entrepreneurship and finance. I'm interested in an internship for investment analysts or other financial internships. I've been independently investing for 5 years and have accumulated a portfolio I'm extremely proud of. I have detailed graphs and records showing my progress in those years, as well as extensive charting and research experience. I'm great with Microsoft, and I'm certified to use Bloomberg Terminal. Could you inform me about the opportunities at your company for paid, part-time, and full-time internships, and the best way to go about attaining one? So yeah, that's my elevator pitch. And then my career fair plan, I first visited with Microsoft, then Group. Oh, actually, sorry. So I first visited with Group M, then Microsoft, then Equitable Advisors. Um, I'd have to say that Microsoft was definitely my number one. Group M in second, and then Equitable Advisors in last in terms of interest and how it all went. This was my first career fair, so I didn't really know what to expect, but I guess I was excited to see what it was like. And honestly, the experience wasn't as like not it was informative, but it wasn't as good or great as I expected it to be, or that it could be if it was in person. Obviously, it was hard to stay engaged over Zoom and Microsoft, and asking questions was a little bit weird. But the times that we are in right now, you just have to make do with what you've got. Um, Unfortunately, I didn't get to have any one-on-one conversations with any employers, but I reached out to the Microsoft representative, thanking them and asking them for further information on the internship and work environment. This was weird for me, not weird for me, but different for me because I've never had to like look for a job or anything like that. Besides one internship in Dubai, but I also have no plans to enter like the not the workforce, but to be looking for jobs in the U.S. and it's not really something that I'm going to be doing. Um, so I guess for me, it's not as important as it would be for someone else. My favorite module in Business 255 was 100% the informational interview. I got to have a really cool conversation with someone I've known for a long time, and although it was a different angle, it was super beneficial for me because I got to speak to someone who's doing and interested in doing something that I'm also interested in doing. Basically, my friend started his own company or is in the progress of launching his own company called Parlays. And I talked to him about the ins and outs of it and asked him a lot of questions. And it was a great experience. I really did enjoy it. Um, Career services, since I'm in my senior year, I probably won't have to, I won't get a chance to use any of the career services. But I'm quite happy with the way that my college experience went. It's given me time to make great connections and increase my network exponentially throughout the US and New York in general. So in terms of that and looking for internships, I feel like I'm quite set. Um, my internship plans and experience, I don't really have any plans to do any more internships. I did do a investment internship in Dubai. That was a great experience. And then I've worked for my family in many different cities around the world. So in terms of different industries, I'm semi well versed in a good amount, like hospitality, textiles, jewelry, real estate, uh, financial investments. Yeah. Oh, and I have my own corporation in New York called RNA Investments. So yeah, and this is my resume. A little, I'll skip that. My LinkedIn as well is linked in the PowerPoint. And then the informational interview I did on my friend Alexander Naufal, Parlay's co-founder and CEO and COO. It was a great experience. I loved it. Um, it allowed me to have a one-to-one conversation with uh, someone I've known for 17 years. Uh, so it was cool because it was very honest and open. Like I got to ask really real questions to him, and he wasn't trying to hide anything. He gave me straight up answers, like how he failed a lot and had to learn through failure because he had never studied any of this. So they just had to learn on the go. Yep. And then my future goals and plans for the first 2 years, I had some pretty basic goals: achieve a 3.0, lose some weight, start thinking of ideas for my future, any business plans. I was going to join the investing club, didn't do that. And then mentoring, I really only spoke to Professor Ramos, who was my UNV 101 professor. And then now, in the last 2 years, so I managed to lose the weight. So now it's maintaining fitness level and keep pursuing my investing career, which I've also been maintaining. As far as academic goals, I messed up a lot in freshman year and a little bit of sophomore, so I've been working hard and committed to bringing that back up, which I've done. So I'm very proud of that. Career preparation, I have my RNA investments, so I'm comfortable with that. And then the rest is just continuously working on creating new ideas and finding new fields and industries to insert ourselves into. Um, as far as activities and leadership experience, I didn't join any clubs, and it's honestly a little too late to now. I did join the National Student Leadership Society, so I have that. Besides that, mentoring, I never really got a mentor besides, I'd say, a cousin that went to PACE prior to me, a few years prior to me. So I asked him questions and he helped me. But besides that, been on this journey alone, and so far so well. Yeah. So that's my career plan. Thank you very much. And once again, Professor, very sorry for all the mishaps.